Hey everybody, Logan here. Today, I guess you could say I'm doing a follow-up video. I've been doing a number of these lately because of, how long I've done collection videos or whatnot. But this is a follow-up to something I did maybe a year or so ago where I said I was downsizing my collection. I did, and honestly, it's time to do it again. I've gotten to the point where I've amassed so many games that I've been buying something here, buying something there. I've been finding a good deal on this, finding a good deal on that. And I've just gotten to the point where it's not that I'm not playing them. I have a bunch of games that no longer mean anything to me. And I'm getting to that age where nostalgia means more than having a collection on the wall. So I've decided to take a look at what I have, think about what I played when I was young, think about what I played with my friends, and what games that I'm going to keep and get rid of. And I started to think, all right, first and foremost, it's going to be GameCube, Wii U, going there because I don't have as much nostalgia for those as I did for NES, Super NES, and Nintendo 64, the cartridge formats. And for over the last, since 2017, I've really been collecting mainly Switch stuff. And a lot of these games either have re-released on the Switch or some kind of collection or something like that. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time to start getting rid of them. Sell them off. Someone else will enjoy them. Someone else will actually play them. Maybe create new memories with this stuff that I've already had. And you know what? It'll allow me to free up the space. Maybe empty up the game room a little bit. Maybe make it look a little nicer. I don't know, and maybe even spend time playing more new games, but too bad there really aren't that many new games I want to play, unless it's coming from, well, same company, Nintendo. So I really started thinking, hey, what else can I put the money towards? Something like that, and I'm just like, how about we take the first step, go through the games, see what I'll get rid of, and then, well, in the next segment of this video, you're going to see a number of the games that I'm going to be getting rid of. Alrighty, so I condensed my GameCube section from 5 rows to now 3. These are just games that I had when I was younger or played or never had because I really wanted, and I've played them quite a bit since then. Japanese GameCube, that's all I have left. Wii, it's just really one shelf, games that I played or really enjoyed back in the day. As you can see, not too many. Same thing with Wii U, and there's a story behind those. That's about it. Switch 2 games and then empty there. I just kind of spread a few things out because I had a lot of gaps, so got more gaps trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, but still have this to go through. I am going to get rid of some of the PlayStation games as well, but that's Nintendo, and I still have stuff over there to go through, so still more to come. Alright, so first thing, we're going to start with this PS4, Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. I actually never played it. It's still sealed, so I was like, I really don't see myself planning on playing it, and I think I picked up the Switch version, so if I'm going to play it, it'll be on the Switch. Next, these are all the games. So these are actually demo discs back when I worked at GameStop 20 plus years ago. These are the ones that have like the special Pokemon stuff. They're pretty expensive. Otherwise, if you're talking about these are just regular Vita games that I just didn't have cases. I got them dirt cheap because they were not CIB. Some Dreamcast games, some PSP games. I actually have 2 copies of Metal Gear Acid. It's one of my favorite Metal Gear games. I had 4 different 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. I decided to keep 2007. Don't need the rest of those PS4 games. I have those on Switch. That game sucks, and I have it on Xbox. Bought the new one. Have it on Xbox. These, well, speak for themselves. They're all sealed. I'll never play these, I'm not going to lie. Just some other random stuff. Have multiple copies of that, Animal Crossing. And just GameCube games. Now this one, the Ikaruga, it's a pretty heavy hitter, but I do have it on the Switch. So I was like, okay. Same thing with Tales of Symphonia. And I have multiple copies of that. This is just game only. I created that case, so. And I have X-Men Next Dimension and Phantasy Star Online Episode 3 Card Revolution. Both these are CIB. I do have them open, minty, so I was like, alright, sealed games, whatever, those are gonna go. So, this is part 1. So this is the first set, and if you guys are wondering, I'm not gonna sell them online. I'm not gonna sell them through Whatnot or anything. Not doing that. I'm just taking them to my local game store. They give me very good value for them, and I'm just going to pay off Switch 2 games that I want coming out, and then probably, if it's more than the amount, take the rest in cash. So there you go. I'm gonna make a follow-up video to this one when I go through a lot of the other stuff, but this is, like I said, this is just the first part. These are just a few games that I knew I was gonna get rid of first, and then after that we'll see from there. But trying to cut down on this collecting thing because I'm not enjoying it anymore. I've achieved the point to where I wanted to. Now I'm done. So I'll be playing. Now I'm only buying stuff for the Switch 2 that I want to play. Same thing with the PS5 and the Series X. And well, we know Xbox is a thing. But I'm only buying what I'm going to play. That's it from here on out. So at least now I'll get to spend more time with these awesome controllers playing the games I enjoy, right? Okay, so after I went to my local game store and traded all that stuff in, I got $1,000 in store credit. Yeah, I know it was worth a little more than that, but you know how game stores work. They still would have given me much more credit than any other location, so I was happy with that. I ended up paying off, pre-ordering and paying off 4 games for the Switch: Octopath Traveler 0, the Switch version, not the Switch 2, because I want full-on cart, Hyrule Warriors, and Kirby Air Riders, and Metroid Prime 4, all for the Switch 2. So I got those paid off, and then I bought a few Switch games, and they're all ones that I either wanted to play, never got around to it, and then I got something for my wife, and then I just held on to credit, because as you guys know, I get a lot of special editions to unbox and tell you whether or not it's worth it. So that's what covers some of those upcoming. So let me show you some of the games I got. I got Trails in the Sky. Apparently, this is the first chapter remake of the very first one, and I did really want to play it, but I didn't want to fork over the cash for it. So with that, okay, it was great. Now, if I was going to take cash, it would have been significantly less. So I decided to go with the credit, since I do want to still play quite a few new games. And this is one that I wanted to play. Now, this one, Phantom Brave, I was always a fan of this. And this is, from what I heard, it's a remake of the original one. Not 100% sure, but I loved the Phantom Brave series. And I just didn't want to pay $60 cash. So what a great way to pick this up, and I love tactics-based games. I just love this series, so it was awesome to be able to get this. Kirby, Forgotten Land, Nintendo Switch 2 edition with DLC. Yeah, that's pricey, and that's why I didn't pick it up until I had the credit. So this is one that I do want to play, and I haven't played it yet, so I figured this would be the best time. Next is Turok 1, 2, and 3. Yes, I have them all individual. Yes, I have all the collector's editions, and yes, I needed this one because I am a massive Turok fan, so I just wanted this in the collection so I can say I have every version of Turok 1, 2, and 3. That has been re-released on Switch, and I have it on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and digital on Xbox because we didn't get a physical on Xbox. So yes, massive Turok fan, so that's one of the few things. This one was rather cheap, and it was Toa and the Guardians. I hadn't heard of this one, but at $30, I was like, okay, cool. If I don't like it, maybe my wife might. So one of us will definitely end up playing this one. So that's why I did that one. And the next one was, it's actually 2. I never bought this one, and this one just came out. So I decided, what the heck, let's get them both. I've never really played any of the original Dragon Quest games, and I figured now would probably be the best time to do it. Yes, this is the Switch 1 version. Why? Complete on card. I'm not messing with those stupid key cards anymore. I want an actual game, because if they shut off the server, I'm left with a chunk of plastic. I want something to be able to play. So if you guys have played any of these or familiar with the Dragon Quest series, let me know. Hopefully I will enjoy these. Next one is Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6. Yes, I did get it on PS5, but my wife's going to be playing those. I want to play it on the Switch like I did the first 3. Really enjoyed those there. So now it's time to go back and play these on the Switch too, because that's what I'll be playing on. And yeah. And then the final one, Industria. Got this for my wife because she loves PlayStation 5 and exploring and haunting. It says explore a haunting reality where the truth awaits. So this seems right up her alley. So I picked this up for her, and this is probably something I'll watch her play or help her out, because that's how we kind of play games together. So all these were purchased with a reason, and then everything else is paid off for the foreseeable future. And that's about it. I won't really be buying too much more retro stuff unless it's a Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo or NES title that I had when I was a kid and, well, I'm missing, but there really aren't too many things. I'm trying to complete the North American N64 collection, but we'll see if I feel like continuing that. But I've got everything I actually want for the Nintendo 64 minus a couple titles. Everything I want on the Super Nintendo, I have it. Everything I want on the NES, I have it. So those will be few and far between unless I get a really good deal, maybe a boxed version of one of my favorite games that I only have loose. But otherwise, I'm really downsizing, and if I don't have any intent on playing any games, I'm not going to buy them. So I've got such a large backlog, especially with the Switch. I'm going to get gaming. I'm going to start playing these things and buy very few new games unless I really got to have it. Like Marvel, the Cosmic Invasion, that looks great. I just picked up the Mortal Kombat Classics, but that's a completely different style of game. I can just run through a Mortal Kombat tournament or play some friends, and that's how I pretty much enjoy playing games. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing on here on out. So definitely going to be collecting a lot differently going forward, because, well, I've already achieved everything I wanted to in terms of collecting. So like I said in the beginning of the video, time to sell it off, get rid of it, pass it on to others so they can now enjoy collecting and playing these games that I already now have the blessing of being able to have done. I wasn't able to do it when I was a kid. Once I was able to afford it, I decided to do it, achieve that goal. Time to move on. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this interesting little collection video, and I will be doing more updates in the future because I've got a lot of other stuff that I plan on either giving away, selling, just changing up my collecting habits, and I'll keep you updated and show you what I get here on out. So thank you guys so much. God bless each and every one of you. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.